What's up YouTube, this is Joe from Zephyr Games, and I have to say I have finally cracked the code. Yep, so if you're a fan of me, you know, obviously, or a fan of me, if you're a fan of this channel, you know I obviously love DDDs. And I swear, I must come up with the craziest combos before I go to bed for this deck, or just about to fall asleep. I finally, like, as I say, crack the code of a particular combo that I've been trying to, or end board I've been trying to come up with. So last night, literally, as I said, just as I'm about to fall asleep, I finally figured out how to end on the, what I believe is the two biggest boss two of the best, purest boss monsters in DDD. And usually you'd have to play like some, like, 100% pure deck in order to get these boss monsters on the board, but I figured out how to play in the traditional competitive variant, and as you can see, with the standard 3-card combo that you always want to have in your opening hand. Which, strangely enough, as much as I sometimes criticize, like, for good reasons, criticize on DDD's consistency, the fact that I can use the exact same 3 cards over and over and over again to put out all these different combos is actually a blessing in disguise, because that way because we are combo realized on level 1s, we can play things like Wear of Thou, Jack in the Hand, and things like that. We're playing multiples of these, so you can play Desires, or like, if you can squeeze into your deck, Prosperity and things like that. So because we were using the exact same combo pieces, our change in consistency hasn't really changed. It's just like end boards differ depending on what the player want to end on. So I'm not going to spoil the end board. I even have a name for this combo, considering no one else has done this combo. I've been asking around, you know, like on the DDD Discord pages and other YouTuber channels, and no one seems to know how to do this other than in the pure variant. So I finally cracked the code, got a name for it and everything like that. It's really cool. I love it to bits. And for all you pure players out there, there is a pure 3-card combo at the end of this as well. So that way, if you're playing the pure deck, and I've shown the combos to these boss monsters before, so that's probably a hint as well. But now there's another way of doing it, which ends on the arguably the 2 best ones. And it's really cool. It's really fun. So with all that said and done, if you enjoyed, give us a like and subscribe down below. Ding that notification bell, because obviously if you enjoy posting content here on YouTube, you don't want to miss out on that content, and that notification bell helps prevent that. And all of that is great, appreciated, and we thank you guys so much for doing so. So with all that said and done, let's get into what I call DDD Towers combo. That's what I'm calling it, the Towers combo, and you'll see why. So I'm going to open up with this, and I'm going to start with the same. Normal Kepler, Kepler as gate, play gate, add Labia. I'm going to speed through most of it just because it's pretty much self-explanatory if you've played DDs before. Special Genghis, banish Swirl Slime, special Lamia, Genghis summons back Necro. Synchro these. I'm going to move this up a bit. There you go. And make Gust King. Pretty much self-explanatory. Then you link these two off. So this is how you do the King Calamity combo, I believe. You have to do it this way. So if you're a fan of that combo, you know this before. So now I'm going to move this down a bit, just because we don't actually need this for our track cards now. So you make cross sheep. Put the game like that so it's not in the way. You're then going to banish these two. And you're going to summon out your Genghis. This triggers the Gust King, summons back the Lamia, and then you synchro these. You don't make Crystal Ring. You make Siegfried here. It's important you make Siegfried for this particular combo. This triggers Cross Sheep, summons back Lamia, and this also triggers Genghis to summon out Gust King is under. So this is pretty cool because these two now trigger at the exact same time because you're summoning a DDD monster. You can actually chain block an imperm on like the Cross Sheep. If, like, for example, they're just doing it now for some bizarre reason because the High Flame King Genghis can then negate. So now you've done this. You got this. You now link these, you are practically synchro summoning it, into Crystal Hack with Fireworks. And now you don't summon Ghost. You summon the Pinnacle Brick Tuner in the deck. DD Night Howl. So now that our Night Howl is summoned, we can now synchro these into our DDD Brightest Armageddon. And then we can overlay these into DDD Dark Super Doom King Dark Armageddon. And there is our Towers combo, guys. It's not crazy, like, flashy. It's not like, oh my god, double, triple negate pop for satellite combo or pass turn King Calamity. No. So what I wanted to try and do for a while is figure out how to summon these two boss monsters consistently on the board. Because when these two are on the board at the same time, they are tower monsters. They are towers-like monsters. What we mean by that in the Yu-Gi-Oh community, if you don't know, if you're new to it, what we mean by towers is that monsters that are practically untouchable, near enough untouchable. They can't be targeted or they can't be destroyed by card effects. Both of these have that when they're in play together. So if you don't know what these do, Bright Armageddon, your opponent cannot target monsters you control with card effects. So I'm just going to read that first line of text there, just so you can understand why I call these the towers and the towers combo. Dark Armageddon, when this card is exceeds some pendulum monsters you control cannot be destroyed by card effects. So, because these two are both pendulums, they now can't be targeted because of this, and they can't be destroyed because of this. So they're practically near enough untouchable. Both sharing 3,500 attack points respectively is huge. People, you see in the community, people already say that if you can get the Blackluster Soldier link onto the board using a high level monster to get all of its effects, your opponent's going to really struggle to get over it, and sometimes it can win the game of its own. If a 3k monster with the exact same protection can win the game on its own because of that clause, these two are going to do it and even better because they're slightly stronger and they like fit in the deck's theme and stuff like that. So the funny thing is now your Crystal Hacky Fireworks can't be targeted by card effects as well, which is even funnier. So, and now I've figured out how to get it done with your traditional standard combo. And now in your graveyard you have all of this. Most importantly these, especially this. If you haven't used it yet, you still have a gate in play. I was just hiding it because I didn't want it to be in the way. And then you have your Crystal Hacky Fireworks in play, and you still got 2 cards in your hand. And you get your towers on board. You want to, like, yeah. So I love it. I love this combo so much now. It's just so cool. It only takes 2 slots in your extra deck. Just got to put these in. And DD decks have 3 flex spots, guys. 3 flex spots. Which is just insane. It's super cool, super fun. I'm so happy I figured out how to do it in your traditional DDD deck. But as I said before, you can do this in the pure variant even easier. And so, if you're a follower on the channel, you know I've done Super Duper King combos before, especially in the pure deck, like 3 card Super Duper King combos. But they take so much out of your extra deck, so much out of your extra deck. It takes like nearly 10 slots out of your extra to perform the whole combo, and it's just crazy. It's absolutely absurd. I don't know why I didn't figure this out before, but you can do it even easier. You just gotta open up with these. Just gotta open up with these 3 cards. Again, I figured this all last night for recording this video. Literally, Wednesday night I figured out both of these combos. I don't know what's going on with my brain at times. But if you open up with these 3 cards, you can get the Tower Doom Kings plus extra. So you fuse these, and you make your High Flame King Genghis. You don't make your regular King Genghis. You make your High Flame Genghis. From there, you're going to normal summon your Night Howl. You're going to revive your Vice Typhon. You're then going to synchro these into High Gust King Alexander. You're now going to trigger your High Flame King Genghis to revive your Vice Typhon, and you're going to trigger your Gust King Alexander to revive your Nighthawk. If you're a fan of the Arc 5 anime, this looks very, very similar. This is what I call your the 3 King combo. It's basically the exact same starting point of the King combo, except you're using the High Kings instead. But you're going to end on different. So in like the traditional King combo, you'd get to level 4s and you'd make your Wave King season. These would be like the OGs. But now, we can now sync again. And we can make our Bright Armageddon. From here, we're going to use the Vice Typhon Engrave, banish it in Night Howl, and make a second High Flame King Genghis. And then we're going to overlay into our Dark Armageddon. So not only do you get your towers on board, so now all of your monsters can't be targeted by card effects and your pendulums can't be destroyed by card effects. But now because you have 2 DDs on board, your High Gust King Alexander is at 6k. That can't be targeted by card effects. So be happy. If you're playing the pure deck, you can now get essentially a better end board without the purple Armageddon. Swap that out for a High Gust King Alexander at 6,000 attack. And you only used this out of your extra deck. You haven't touched anything else. In your graveyard is a Swirl Slime. You haven't touched anything else in your extra deck. You used 5 cards. 5 cards out your extra deck. You now have 10 additional things you can use in your extra deck. You can play now Pot of Prosperity in a pure DD deck and get to this combo a lot easier. You can banish 6 cards off of Prosperity, have 4 slots left in your extra deck to mess around with. It's insane. It's super cool, super fun, and I'm very happy that I finally figured out how to get these and utilize these 2 bad boys effectively in both variants of the deck. So guys, if you enjoyed, give us a like and subscribe down below. Ding that notification bell and stay tuned. We'll be bringing lots more content here on the channel as always. Hopefully, Konami, you can give us a ban list. I want to actually properly test out decks again. Properly build decks again. Waiting on that ban list. So as always guys, like, comment and subscribe. Till next time, as always, happy dueling.